He was shot in the dark, fell to the ground, and buried that same night. No reliable witnesses, no real confirmation. But decades later, men began to appear, claiming to be him. So tell me, how does a dead man come back? In the American Wild West, where the law was fragile and violence spoke louder than anything else, one name echoed through history: Billy the Kid. But this might not just be a story about crime. It might be a story about disappearance. Before the legend, there was just a boy, Henry McCarty, thin, observant, always watching. He grew up surrounded by instability, moving from place to place, never truly belonging anywhere. His mother was everything he had, and when she died, the world didn't just become empty, it became dangerous. No protection, no direction, only survival. And in the West, survival often came at a cost. He started small, petty theft, minor crimes, nothing legendary, just enough to get by. Because in that world, if you didn't take, you lost everything. Then came the moment, the one that changes everything. An argument, a confrontation, a second that couldn't be undone. The first shot, the first body hitting the ground. And in that instant, Henry McCarty disappeared. Billy the Kid was born, and he wasn't like the others. He was fast, unnaturally fast. He moved before danger fully formed. He reacted before others even realized what was happening. But what truly unsettled people wasn't his speed, it was his demeanor. Sometimes he smiled, sometimes he laughed, as if nothing had happened, and that made him far more terrifying than any outlaw with a gun. But the real turning point came with war, the Lincoln County War, a brutal conflict where alliances shifted and life had very little value. Men stopped being men and became targets. Billy stepped into that world and came out different, more dangerous, more precise, more unpredictable. The nights became longer, quieter, more tense. Gunshots echoed without warning. Ambushes happened in silence. Men disappeared before sunrise, and Billy always walked away. Bodies began to pile up, and with them, stories. Some said he was unstoppable. Others believed he was just lucky. But everyone agreed on one thing: he couldn't be caught. Wanted posters spread his face across the territory. Rewards kept increasing, and his name became something else. Not just a man, but a legend. But legends attract attention, and eventually, they attract hunters. That's when one man stepped in. Pat Garrett. Calm, patient, cold. But more dangerous than anything else, he understood Billy. He knew how he thought, how he moved, how he survived, and that changed everything. Billy was finally captured. For the first time, it felt like the end. Chains, walls, silence. But Billy was never meant to stay locked away, because that night, the silence broke. Then a gunshot, then another. Within seconds, everything changed. 2 guards, dead. A prison, broken. And Billy, free again. But something was different now. The chase had changed. It was no longer about law. It was personal. And then came the final night. Fort Sumner. A small house, dark, silent. Garrett was already inside, waiting, still. Billy walked in, unaware. But something felt wrong. The air was heavier, the silence too deep. He stopped, felt it, and asked, "Who is it?" Then, 2 shots, sharp, sudden, in the dark. Billy fell. No time, no defense, no final words.
Garrett claimed he was dead, buried quickly, no real proof, no certainty. And that's where the story changes. Years later, a man appeared, claiming to be Billy the Kid. He knew things, details, names, stories no one else should know. And he wasn't the only one. Others followed, each one with the same claim: I am Billy the Kid. So the doubt began. What if the man who died that night wasn't him? What if Garrett was wrong? Or worse, what if he lied? What if Billy did what he always did, escape and disappear for good? To this day, no one has ever proven it. Not the grave, not the body, not the story. So now, the question is yours. Did Billy the Kid really die, or did he ride away into the fading light, turning back one last time before vanishing forever? Because in the Wild West, legends don't die, they disappear.